Wednesday night, live. TBS presents Clash of the Champions 15, Knoxville, USA. Don't miss a brutal grudge match as Sting takes on the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. Total package Lex Luger tries to harness the Great Muta. And in the main event, Beautiful Bobby against Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight title. Clash of the Champions 15, Knoxville, USA. Live at 8:05 Eastern, Wednesday night, exclusively on TBS.
Let's just say it like it is, Jim. This watch-along can be described in 6 letters. PN News, baby.
That's all we need. There's no 6 letters there.
Oh, wait, one-man gang. So that's some more letters. But, yeah, man, this was one of those thank God it was short deals.
It's the stuff that I really like.
Yeah.
But then there's a whole bunch where you're just like, yeah, whatever. We had 3 weeks of TV.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot in the term of notes.
Yeah.
But we had some major things happen, though.
Yeah.
You know, we've had at least one major debut.
Mm-hmm.
We also, during this 3 weeks, we also get a grand opening, grand closing. We hardly knew you, Vivacious Veronica, who we will cover the entire career of Vivacious Veronica in this episode. Maybe that should be our subtitle is, from chaos to Crockett to chaos, the origin, villain, and death story of Vivacious Veronica. It's really hard to say. I'm glad I have it written down.
Yeah. And she was the drizzlings, let's be really honest. And it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, well, I guess
you can make that judgment so fast. Like,
yeah. I have a theory actually on that, just real quick. We can wrap that up right now. Here's what I think. Because I do know Lady Blossom was stone cold, stunning. He's stunning. Who? Here. Stunning Steve.
Yeah. Stunning Steve Austin. Okay, yeah.
$6 Million Man, Steve Austin. God, that's really... I'm not even old enough to make that reference, but, syndicated television, brother. The 90s.
Right, his real name is...
Dr. Death, baby. Steve Williams.
Yeah, Steve Williams.
So weird.
He's like, I can't be Steve Williams. That motherfucker was just here 6 months ago. And so Steve Austin sounds kind of cool. And I love that he's from Hollywood, California, because now I'm starting to wonder, really is Steve Austin? I feel like I'm being lied to. One thing I do want to remark on, I believe we get, over these 3-4 weeks, we get 3 Stone Cold matches. No, sorry, 3. Sorry, no. We have to smack each other. No. Who?
Oh, yeah.
Stunning Steve. We get 3 Stunning Steve matches. And I do not believe I hear any sports reference from JR.
No, which is crazy because later on, it's nothing but, hey, he's standout in the high school in bumfuck Texas. He was heavy on that later.
He played backup center for Southwest Texas State for 2 years. And
yeah.
But it took me until I think maybe the second match, and I was like, he hasn't mentioned Stunning Steve's collegiate football history.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Wait, maybe he just doesn't know.
Yeah,
he hasn't had a chance to hang out with Steve yet, have a 5-minute conversation. Well, you play football?
You're a big old boy.
We're covered. You're nearly 300 pounds.
You play basketball like that Oz fella? Anyway, yeah. Oh, my theory. So very simple. I think Lady Blossom, his shoot wife at the time. I do believe that's also Chris Adams' shoot ex-wife, and that's how he became her husband there situation. Because I know there's forever heat between Austin and Adams who broke him in. But anyway, I think Lady Blossom saw Veronica on TV and went, that should be me, babe. And just was like, we ain't doing that. And let's think about it. Respect, right? Like if I saw my wife on TV with some guy, like, I would have some thoughts. Now, granted, I don't know if I would sabotage their career necessarily or like put them in jeopardy. It didn't fucking hurt him though. It was very odd.
Here's okay. I did look this up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she showed up, and I'm like, oh, I never heard of Vivacious Veronica, and so I do the quick look up, and okay, I'll believe the story.
Yeah.
Believe the story if you want to trust my memory. My recollection is it was originally supposed to be his wife,
Okay.
but travel issues prevented her from getting to the show, whether it was a visa or just travel issues. Vivacious Veronica kind of stepped in, and it was the plan, and then they just felt there was no chemistry and then got his wife in. I mean, it's weird to think that you have more chemistry with your wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm like 85% sure there's some that story's like 85% true, I feel.
I mean, isn't that kind of the story of WCW? It's like it's 85% good, or it's like 85% true.
You can't fly here from Texas? Okay, we'll
Too bad.
find somebody. We'll get somebody. Okay. So basically, our recurring themes. It really does kind of feel like the 3 weeks are the same episode.
Yep. Yeah.
I believe every week has Diamond Stud.
Yes.
With the DDP. It's
Love
so
it.
crazy how like we're just getting like WCW in 10 years like on the shows. So we get Diamond Stud's a recurring segment for us.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Hervey and Dusty.
Oh
like
my God,
like a Mr. Rourke in Tattoo, just sitting there kind of on the side. It's just we'll pivot back to that because we get enough of them.
Too many.
Then Stunning Steve.
Yes.
It's kind of like the third thing, and like these three things kind of carry.
Yeah.
For me, the only things that were memorable and noteworthy during these 3 weeks were those three segments, basically.
Other than the MVP of the watch along, of course, that we already mentioned, PN News. We did. Oh wait, I can't believe you haven't mentioned the other.
Wait. But what about when those worlds collide?
Oh fuck!
And it's Dustin and Hervey and PN News and the Irresistible Force and the Immovable Objects. And
it's the worst thing you could ever imagine. Other than, how about that black blood?
Okay. Last show,
yeah,
at the pay-per-view, we had Black Bart.
Yes.
Right?
Well, he's not gone. Spoiler alert. He's prevalent already.
He doesn't exist in this 3 week time frame at this point. And it's like we had Black Bart, and apparently he died on the way back to his home planet. And Black Blood decided just to put a hood on and just slip in there, who apparently is Billy Jack Haynes.
Yes.
Which I thought was pretty awesome.
Known psychopath. Known, actually, I believe, convicted, allegedly, murderer. Not a good person. I think we can safely say about old Billy Jack. And not good here. And I even put, like, later... that the best thing about him is Kevin Sullivan on the outside. And I will say the best thing about basically anyone in WCW at any given time is them being in proximity of Kevin Sullivan. And by appendix, One Man Gang. I mean, that if we're really going to if we're using a filter here and we're filtering through the bullshit and we're sifting, the greatest thing in WCW in June of 91 is undoubtedly One Man Gang and Kevin Sullivan as a package. I'm going to just go on record and say Nikita Koloff, actually. I love it. I've pivoted now that we're out of the edging vignettes. I love it. Because now it's more like, again, he released. We talked about it earlier in the show a week or two ago. He got his release, his sweet release, right? And so now he's like focused, He's past the post-nut clarity or fog or whatever. And he's like, oh, I was mad at Lex and I need to kill Sting. And I love that. I'm a big fan. It doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I vividly remember it as well because that was one of, for whatever reason, the feuds that I first saw on tape when I got into wrestling in '94. Was wherever in bumfuck Arkansas I was getting tapes at the time. They're like 91 Sting shit, brother. So I like dove in, and for whatever reason, the Nikita shit was very memorable to me. Dustin rules right now. Yeah, we kind of just sapped it, I think. There's not a lot else going on.
Okay.
Bobby Eaton.
I will say I like Dustin right now, but it also just feels like him and this York Foundation thing is just circling. It's almost like the Codyverse in AEW, where you're just like, oh, something's just happening over there, and I don't have to. Like, cool. It literally just takes like 20% of the characters away and puts them all in one segment together. Darn it, I had it in my head until I responded to you there of what I was thinking. Oh, cool things. Yeah, Kevin Sullivan and his island of misfit wrestlers is just awesome. Like Kevin, and you know what? And we are going to make it kind of like an affiliate. Oz gets to swing into this group since Kevin, right, is over there being Oz. They're being a guy under the hood. So he's like by proxy, he's kind of included in the group. Yeah. Like Dustin definitely does feel like he's just like, it's just I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. Like go move for the US title or TV title or something. Like he's at that point where he should be moving for those things. But yeah, Kevin and his island of misfit wrestlers, and honestly, I think my favorite thing and my favorite happened at the Clash. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewind us about 5 minutes. We were talking about Billy Jack Haynes. I've got his I got his wiki update for us.
Ooh.
On February 8th, 2024, Haynes was arrested in Portland, Oregon, keeping it local, following a 2-hour standoff with police after a shooting. Mm-hmm. He was questioned by police regarding the death of his wife. His real last name, B. Kraft, who was 85 years old. Oh, his wife's last name. Who was 85 years old at the time of her death and suffering from dementia, had been shot in the head. May have yelled at her. Yikes. On February 28th, 2024, Portland police announced that Haynes had been charged with second-degree murder and unlawful use of a weapon. He would make his first court appearance for the charges on February 29th, Leap Day, 2024. Mm-hmm. His trial proceedings were initially set to begin on April 11th, 2024, but would later be pushed back more than a month after a judge allowed an extension for Haynes' bail hearing in order to allow more time for investigation and preparation. His trial is now slated for December 2025. Let's circle back, shall we?
Wow, that is oddly topical now.
Oh, here, let's just actually have a next paragraph. Haynes was slated to stand trial in December 2025. However, KOIN Channel 6, The News, reported that Haynes attended a status hearing in May 2025, and the judge determined that he was mentally unfit to proceed with the case. Haynes will be transferred to Oregon State Hospital for further evaluation and treatment until he is deemed competent to move forward with legal proceedings. When you guys need your Billy Jack Haynes updates, come to From Crockett to Chaos.
Yeah, we're here for you because unfortunately Black Blood's here a little bit because I just remember
every week we'll check back and see like, did anything happen with Black Blood, kayfabe or in real life.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna clip the part in every one of his matches where he goes Black Blood and I'm just gonna play that and go anything. God. Anyway.
Okay. My favorite things from the cycle, or like I said, we kind of got these three recurring things.
Yeah.
Diamond Stud's doing of the Rick Rude thing. Woman comes in the room, salivates over him. DDP's being the hype man. I don't know, unpopular opinion. DDP's not really doing much for me right now.
No, he's just kind of there, you know.
Like Scott Hall could pull this off as he does in the future.
Yeah.
Pull this off on his own. So like it just feels extraneous and DDP's. I don't think he's hitting the way they expected it to, but 5 years from now, these seeds sprout flowers.
Yeah.
Stunning Steve shows up. They make him a big deal. I am. We love the Broken Skull Challenge.
Oh yeah, that was a huge thing with me and my wife when we first got together. Yeah,
it's one of our lines. Even at the end of the episodes, I'll say, "We'll see you down the road." That's from Broken Skull Challenge.
Yeah.
He says at the end, and we always ask, do you think he ever sees him down the road? Do you think he ever, when he drives by the golf cart even, do you think Steve sees him down the road? But I am not I don't know if my wife, and I'm whispering so she doesn't hear me, will recognize that Stunning Steve and Stone Cold Steve are the same people. Because she didn't realize Sting and Sting were the same people. AEW Sting and Surfer Sting. She's like, oh wait, it's the same. Jump. I mean, it also makes sense because you're like, that's like 80 years ago. He's still doing this shit. But I gotta, as we go through here, I've got to pop through and go, hey, can you tell who that is? And just see if she notices, because he looks a little different.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks slightly different than later. Slightly different.
Little on the gas. He's huge, man.
He's looking good. He looks big. And then the other recurring thing with Dusty and Jason Hervey doing their little fantasy wrestling island bit over on the side.
I have thoughts about this.
See, you say fuck, but let me see. Boom. I don't know if it happened every. Oh yeah, I think it did happen every week, because there was one with PN News.
Yes.
There was one with Paul E.
Yep.
And then there was one. Yes, the best one. And then the one with One Man Gang and Kevin.
That's the best one. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, so 3 weeks, I can remember the guest on every week. Jason Hervey looks so small.
He's such a small man.
And he does look, and he does, in my head, he seems like younger. Maybe because watch him on the Wonder Years. On the Wonder Years, he plays the older brother.
Absolutely.
He plays the older brother. So you're like, oh, he's older. But when you see him in a setting, you're like, oh, no, he really is younger. And then I say something about him being 18 last year. And I am a bit like Missy, like, whoa, girl. But that's besides the point. Okay. So the first one's the 25th. And I believe this is the first, whatever time it is, with Dusty and his little sidekick, Jason Hervey. PN News comes on, the Rap Master PN News. And it gets my attention because you just know, like, Dusty's ideas and just everything here. He gets to be a funky monkey, chunky wonky. Like, he gets to make all those rhyming words.
Yes.
Okay, feel free to comment on the PN News episode of this segment.
It was literally like, yes, I'll say this about the whole bull drop in thing. It was the most self-glazing I've ever seen a fucking booker do on TV. It was not, everything about it was Dusty. Like, we're going to sit on some hay bales, baby, and then we're going to sit around, and then you kick it to me, and I always get the cool lines. So that's what it was. PN, like, oh, and fucking the line that made me go, Dusty, stop, was when PN said, well, I mean, I learned it from the OG rap master himself, you. I went, shut the fuck up, okay? Dusty is great. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not. He was great in 1979. He was great in 1986. After that, brother, and especially in 91, you couldn't have had your finger off the pulse anymore. Like, dude. And we'll get later into a debut that happens at the Clash that proves that.
The music videos, like, are so odd.
Oh,
like the one last time with the Steiners and Lex and Sting, it's like this weird orchestral, like, military music kind of. It's like, it's just like, this just feels weird.
Yeah, it's like fucking bizarre.
Okay, the 6-1 Saturday night has Stunning Steve's debut.
Kills it.
in the ring debut.
Mm-hmm.
And it has One Man Gang and Kev
Yes.
visiting the bull drop in.
This rules.
And as the segment starts, Dusty says to his little buddy,
Yeah.
"Hey, little buddy, what you got there?" And little buddy says, "It's a One Man Gang voodoo doll."
Mm-hmm.
And Dusty's like, "Okay, slamming a bing bong bong bong," and then turns around and then brings out Kevin One Man Gang. So the whole time that Dusty is trying to do his professional interview, Jason Hervey's over here like poking the One Man Gang voodoo doll in the knee, and then One Man Gang's knee hurts, and then he pokes him in the back, and then the real One Man Gang's back hurts, and rinse and repeat. And I could not get enough of this. It's like my favorite weirdos showing up like at Dusty's house, like just Dusty being his chunky monkey funky junkie kind of self, and just One Man Gang and Kevin and his hair. Oh my god, his hair! It's great.
Yes.
It's just great. Everything's just great.
He looks like he got shocked, and he liked it. But this made me go, they had so many resources with Turner. This should have been an animated show. If the bull drop in would have been an animated show, and it's Dusty animated, everyone's animated, and it's the same thing, I'm telling you, that could have fucking been awesome, because this ruled, but nothing can top it unless there's an animated. You know what I mean? Like after this, it was over. It was fucking over. That's the problem.
I do not see any future episode where this is topped.
No way. Yeah. Like the fucking Paulie thing is just Paulie gets punked. He's like, "Get out of here, boy," and he just fucks off. That's all.
If we're gonna look at we're gonna give you guys so much credit, especially compared to what we've seen previously. Because even up here at the start, I think on the 25th Saturday night, like they kind of know the Clash card.
Yeah,
they're able to promote it for like every week. They're really getting ahead of that kind of stuff. So, I mean, long-term booking of Paulie ripping on Jason Hervey, knowing they'd get him on TV in 3 months for the bull drop in.
yeah.
And so, I don't know, I'm trying to express Steve Harvey here for something. Oh, and then also, I have never heard a director's name mentioned in a wrestling program as much as Dan Bynum's name has been mentioned during the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Is it like is he a real person? Is it an anagram for Dusty Rhodes? Like what's going on? Like his name's being dropped so much that I'm just like,
yeah.
It's just weird.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's that WCW shit that never happened anywhere else because it's so fucking asinine. We're gonna fucking pop the production people. At least pop the boys. Like that's different. But yeah, it's like they were sucking ass, like it just felt like they were trying to advance themselves. I almost wonder if they were dangling that EVP carrot, that or executive producer shit that Bischoff ends up getting like 2 years later. I wonder if that starts rumbling around. You know what I mean? Like Dusty's, not, he might just be the booker. It might be a VP deal. You never know. And fucking WCW, they were always so fucked up with their management. It's infamous at this point. The only fucking company worse is TNA.
It's just, just the amount of times his name is mentioned.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It is crazy.
Speaking of TNA, the only other time I remember is Mike Tenay when he used to go, and let's take it back to Keith Mitchell in the truck when they would like play a fucking like recap or something. Which, like, I get it because Keith Mitchell is like a legendary guy because world class, blah blah. But yeah,
I accept that because it's let's send it to, let's cut.
Right.
But
We're putting them over.
oh, Missy's getting a segment this weekend. Dan Bynum must be really pleased right now, or and it's just like this over and over and over. Like Jesus Christ, dude! So, like, lay off poor Dan Bynum.
It like makes you almost wonder, is it a dog whistle? Like, what are you saying? Do you guys need help? It's like that fucking thing where we get in that weird deal where we're watching these old shows and it's a message. And this podcast can end up being a true crime podcast about Dan Bynum.
Is like Jason Hervey like there really just to protect his girlfriend? And he's like, well, I got to hang out. So you might as well use me on screen because I can't trust her around this Dan Bynum because you guys are mentioning his name every week. I feel like you're saying an SOS to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man.
All right. Nothing else from these.
Oh, one thing. How brain dead and off the fucking beaten path were the Desperados vignettes?
Okay. And these Desperados make the appearance at Clash, right? Is it the same people? These are different people.
I believe so, because there wasn't a third man.
Okay.
And they don't mention them as the Desperados. Oh, no, I have an idea of who these people are. And you mentioned one of them. I think one of them is Black Bart. One of them is, I believe, Dutch Mantel, and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, I hope Dutch's back got hairier.
They do not last long. Shocker.
No, we're definitely back to that part of the Dusty era of like,
yes.
Yeah, it's just going to show up and it may or may not be here in 2 weeks and we'll figure it out.
Maybe. Yeah.
Does it make Dusty laugh? PN News, stick around, buddy.
Oh, we're fucking featuring you. We need Dusty occupied. That's what the fucking Turner guys are doing. Oh, we figured it out. We'll just dangle carrots in front of the wrestling guys. All right, well, let's get into this fucking Clash then, man. Because honestly, fucking Barry and One Man Gang against Flying Brian and Dustin Rhodes wasn't very inspiring. So
I didn't know how things were going to go. I got a few results very much surprised me.
Yeah.
So it was definitely kind of interesting to go in. We got Tony and JR on the mic.
Thank God.
Flash forward, 20 years.
Yeah.
We have Tony and JR on the mic. It's like the more things change, the more they stay the same. First match, we have the Freebirds and Bad Street versus what I'm referring to as the Smoking Pistols.
Yeah.
Which is the Smoking Pistols and the Z-Man. But since it's the 90s, I made both the S's at the end of these guys. So I recommend you all do that. So it's Smoking Pistols.
Or you make it into that Diamond S thing,
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
But that's way later. This is, it's Z time. This sucked because I don't like Z-Man. That's about it.
I mean, the first question I ask, whatever happened to the 6-man titles?
Oh, they died, I think, when a certain somebody makes his decision later in this fucking show.
Oh yeah, it's just so funny. Like they just do it like in the one show, and you're like, we're good.
Yeah, no belts.
We're never buying those belts. We'll bring them back when we can afford the belts. At this point, the Freebirds legacy, it's definitely getting a little Velvet Underground. And if you want a podcast and mix wrestling and the Velvet Underground, this is your place.
Absolutely.
But this is definitely like, I feel like a year ago was the Loaded era of Velvet Underground. Lou Reed's gone, and we bring in Doug Ewell, and now the Freebirds feel like the next album after that, where it's just like, I don't even know if Mo's there anymore, but. Yeah. At this point, we've had who was the little Richard guy that came in? Was that name Little Richard?
Oh fuck yeah, Little Richard. I think was his name, right?
Was that Little? So we have like Little Richard. We have Bad Street. We have Daddy Dink. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Like it's just all these little 6 all these 6-month mistakes.
Yeah.
Just keep joining up with Jimmy and Michael, and you're kind of like, at the end of the day, you're like, Michael's the only original band member.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, if Terry and Buddy teamed up, they have more rights of a Freebirds name than this group does.
It's
like,
two-thirds.
it's just that weird thing. Like when you see Journey, and you're like, oh, it's just the bass player, but you can still call them Journey.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
And so that's all I'm seeing right here with like the Freebirds. I'm just like, man, their legacy. They had the U.S. tag titles, right? Like,
no, they have them. They came out with
still
them.
have them. Okay.
No one mentioned it. Yeah. No, I know.
Why not? I don't know. It's just like everything's just weird with that.
Oh fuck, man.
So yeah, definitely not a fan of this hot stale opener.
Yeah, it was fucking a waste of time in a lot of ways because it didn't even last that long. The only cool thing was the triple sunset flip finish. That was neat. Someone needs to steal that. That needs to be the end of a trio's title reign, I think. That they need to really pop that. But yeah, that's all there really is to say about that. I know you popped for the Bash sweepstakes vignette because I know you recognize the voiceover guy. Because I did.
I don't know if I did or not. I don't know if I was listening. I don't know if I was listening that close.
Oh, dude, Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Yes.
What a get for 91. Like this show is like
what?
off, but hey,
we gotta start. I think I have it later about Tony Schiavone, but right now we gotta look at the people that like who did it both. Like Robin Leach was at a WrestleMania and did this. Like we've already had Elvira, right? She did both.
Yes.
So like we got to figure out that group
Muhammad
of people
Ali.
Who are like, no, they did WCW and WWE. Like no, they're like no, man. They transcended. They transcended. I'm sure Salt and Pepper.
That is a great.
That point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Salt and Pepper. No, you know what they did? Well, okay. Two of them did, which. Because WrestleMania 11 is later, obviously, so they end up being part of that elite group.
Here we go.
But
yeah, I mean it's like the 5-timers club in SNL.
Yeah, because you're like, it's not just like top people, it's like people that endured, that were good. It's like the wrestling term of good hands. They were good in the back. Everyone liked dealing with them, so they're around all the time. It's like how Jim Carrey basically became a fucking cast member of SNL after a while. It's like, oh yeah, you're on Living Color, by the way. Living Color, you gotta go. Everybody, if you didn't grow up in the fucking early 90s and watch Living Color, first off, J-Lo is one of the dance
It's of
girls.
the era, yeah. We're
God,
of the era right now.
You'll never. Oh right, yeah. So, fucking one of my guilty pleasures in life is Living Color. Okay, like fucking love it. I loved it more than SNL. I quote it more than SNL, I think, and I loved SNL. But anyway, so Jim Carrey was made for that, Robin Leach, man. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, though, for me, I looked it up today. The show actually quit or stopped being on the air in 95, which blows my mind because I was only 6, but I vividly remember Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. It must have been syndicated, I'm sure, but I remember that was like a Saturday morning show for me.
Well, I think honestly, if you're watching like wrestling at that time,
yeah,
like on TBS, I feel like that was one of the stations that carried it. So it's the thing is you'd see it and it'd be like 1992, and you'd see something, you go, it's like they're driving like an 84 Ferrari, and you're like, okay, I don't think you're driving. If you look back now, you go, oh, that's just old.
Yeah, tried to look fucking dope, but yeah, I thought that was neat. Little Robin Leach, beautiful. But we go from something beautiful to something not so beautiful because Oz is back. I wrote, how the fuck did this survive longer than one night? What's worse is he did a Japan tour and tagged with Liger in this gimmick, by the way. But I did write, much like Austin, you can see what Nash has to offer, but it wasn't this gimmick at all. The spinning slam was a neat finish, though. That's all I have. There's no monkey, there's no Dorothy, there's no Welcome to Oz soundtrack. It is just, dude, you another music reference. This is stripped down. This is like Metallica in a bar in San Francisco. This is not 72 Seasons, like everything's LED. No. This is very underground Kevin Nash. You are in the pre-fame Kevin Nash era right now.
Okay, this match was a total of 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, I would bet money on the over of how long I will talk compared to how long this match was.
Way over.
Okay. So you're talking about, last time, right? We got the whole overblown thing, but I don't think you're looking at it the right way. This is kind of like the evolution of the story. You're like, no monkey, no Dorothy. Well, yeah, it's because the wizard killed him. That's because Oz killed him.
Oh, right.
And this is like the next day. The first thought I had was, that is a large facade.
Dude, it is.
Like my brain works where I think of the logistics of shipping that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love to say it's the same facade as last time with maybe some minor alterations, but I also know this is Dusty Rhodes and he loves his 87 different kinds of steel cages.
Yeah.
So I could see him doing like 14 different facades for the different entrances or portals into Oz's castle. Is it a castle? What does Oz live in?
I don't know, but I just imagine Dusty going to Jim Herd, and Jim Herd's like, "Why the fuck do we need another facade?" And he goes, "Well, he's leaving from the back door this week, baby." Like, he would think like
I
that.
mean, the facade is as big as like the back of like the AEW stage area.
Easily.
I mean, the thing seems like it's
fucking tall.
30 yards by 30 yards. I think this seems enormous.
And it has to be tall because Nash is 7 feet tall. That's the other problem with all of this. You talk about logistics. It's like, imagine having to like come up with a wizard gimmick for a guy, right? He's Oz. And it also all has to be the scale of a 7-foot NBA star. Holy shit, man.
I mean, I'm fascinated because
yeah,
Kevin's involved, and you got to ask the question, how involved?
Yeah.
Were they like, all right, guys, we need somebody to put on a mask and a cloak, and Kevin's just like, I'll do it, no questions asked. I'm in, I got it. It's my thing, or is he just intricately involved and be like, I'll walk up the aisle all creepy. Like, I want to know how much Kevin was involved with the design of these entrances for however long they last. And may Oz reign long. Long live the Oz.
Yeah.
Long may he reign.
Holy shit, man. I will say this, by his account, if he is to be believed, from a shoot interview from like 2007, he's like, dude, I was green as fucking grass. I wasn't asking questions. The only thing he asked, the famous line, Dusty brings him in. He's like, I'm Master Blaster. I'm starving, but I want to learn. I want to, get good at this. I'm like, I like this, want to make money. And Dusty goes, from this day forward, you're Oz, baby. And Nash says, all I said back was, no, Oz is a place, Dusty. And he just it was like he never heard me. He's, even in the interview, he's like, no, like, I'm not kidding. I don't know if he, like, it was like he didn't hear what I was saying. And I just kept going, but it's a geographical region. It's not a guy.
Oz, a state of mind, baby.
No, and he was like, no, but you're Oz, baby. It's Oz. It's the wizard. And he goes, yeah, it's the Wizard of Oz. Oz isn't the wizard. And then he said, and then I thought to myself, shut the fuck up. Get that check. And even Kevin Sullivan was like, it's the drizzling shits, kid. Get your paycheck. Figure it out. And he's right,
I think Kevin is like, you give me, Kevin's like, whatever you give me,
Oh, dude.
I will give
And he
120%.
does.
I will Jim carry the fuck out of this role. And yeah, I mean, it's great. And I feel like I said, it makes Oz like part of the
Yeah.
island of misfit wrestlers over there. I would like to thank our sponsor this week, Wicked 2.
Yeah,
Wicked 2
dude.
opening
For
in
good.
theaters this fall.
My wife
Wicked
is
2. Them girls be
obsessed.
wicked.
Oh, there you go. Fuck, I stepped over your shit. God damn. I feel like PN News. We saw a vignette. I will say this. One thing Dusty did right on this show is there are multiple vignettes with the same thing, like coming to a town near you, and it was one of the young guys in the company. And I think that is something that every company should do. I really do, because I think the young guys get you. I mean, look at what Kyle Fletcher's done for AEW. You know what I mean? Like, you need young, successful talent, you know? And so, granted, here's the issue. The vignettes first one was PN News. The second one, I believe, was Diamond Stud, which, I mean, yeah. I'll say this. Diamond Stud, by the way, you tell me, you were more cognizant than me in this era. I love how I made it really nice, but I really was just like, you're older than me, buddy. Anyway, but
Hey, your pubes are gray.
hey man, so yeah, dude. Oh, trust me, I'm an old man. Fucking, it's horrible. I feel like Diamond Stud is like the aesthetic of 1991. Like, is he not? Like, if you think about a guy that would have been like a movie fucking character in 91, like a heel scummy motherfucker, that's who you would think of. I imagine like that look. Like, I don't like the fucking coveralls. I agree with that. That's weird. I don't get that. But say he would have had like the fucking weird fucking they weren't parachute pants, but you know what I'm saying, like the weird like fucking dress pants. Yeah. And a fucking like, you know, fitted blazer. You know what I mean? I think it would have been a more fine look, but like the shades, the 5 o'clock shadow, the hair, I'm like, dude, if you tweak this a little bit, that's a money look. They could have went with that. They just acted like Hall couldn't talk, which is bizarre to me.
It's weird because it really is like he walks out and he has a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah, it's
like
Razor.
He's just Razor.
Yeah.
I mean, besides because we can't hear him talk much.
Yeah.
And then DDP's out there doing his yapping, but like, I mean, I don't get how you get Scott Hall twice and miss twice.
Crazy. I know.
And then they brought him back for a third time after he got successful elsewhere, and they go, "Oh, you're actually good." But he's got the awesome crucifix bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dope ass move for this time.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, Scott Hall's got it, man. He looks great.
Looks great, and even with DDP, it works. You know, the whole like, let's bring a chick in and strip him, like that works. It works, especially for that time, man. You know, Chippendales, like it was a thing. It was a fucking thing.
Next is the PN News hype video.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I was really like, he's like Platinum Maximum. For Platinum Max, I'm like, he's just like, his granddaddy basically in WCW is giving me that vibe. But they give us a hype video, and I'm hyped. I gotta admit.
Oh fuck yeah, yo baby, yo. And then your boy got a stinker card with Big Josh, Dan Spivey against Big Josh. I don't understand how they made a guy that was a good worker in the 80s, Matt Bourne, a guy that ends up being a good worker is Doink, even for a little bit of time there in the night and later in the 90s. And they gave him a fucking immobile lumberjack gimmick, because I don't know what it is about this gimmick. He acts like he can't move. He literally is wooden. I swear to God, Jim Herd went, and then the whole gimmick is you're wooden. And he went,
stiff like a tree.
Fuck. Yeah, I swear to God, because this sucks. Dude. This is terrible.
And this match was $249, and you said it last time, and you're absolutely right. Danny just shows up for events and wins.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be back in between
It's
it
so
all.
badass.
He just shows up. They throw him a piece of meat, and he wins in under 3 minutes. They announced to us again, planning in advance. They announced to us that Danny will be at the Great American Bash kickoff. I was like, oh, okay. Like we're planning ahead. Danny will win his next match. The next time you will see Danny, he will be winning at the kickoff for the Great American Bash.
Yes.
And they do refer to them as the master of the power bomb,
Wow.
which I thought was interesting since most of the people seem to be doing it now. So it was interesting to me that I believe JR dubbed him that. And I wrote down, walk slower, Josh. His ring entrance, he walks a foot a minute. I don't even know how to measure the slowness with which he walks to the ring, and he's like the baby face.
Yeah.
So you see, like Randy Orton's a slow entrance, right?
Yeah.
And like he's like slower than Randy Orton. He just, and he's a face, but he's not doing anything exciting. So it's just this slow trudge to the ring.
It's so bad, man. Dan has a badass German though for the finish, and again we are saved as usual by Kevin Sullivan. I mean, it's evergreen, man. Like I love how Kevin Sullivan gets so much shit, but like he's the man. He saves everything. Like, really? He has been the fucking savior. Him and fucking One Man Gang, guys. I know this sounds like we're like, there's no way old man Kevin Sullivan, even in fucking 91, he's an old man. I know that, okay? I'm very aware. That's where we are. That's how bad this shit is. And I actually wrote in regards to how bad the booking is. This show feels like a Vince Russo memorial show before he even works for the company, let alone dies. It's like 2-minute matches. Nothing makes sense. There's 90 run-ins. And it's just a fucking mess, man.
Okay, let's cover the end of this match.
Mm-hmm.
Let's cover this match with the respect that it deserves. Call it play-by-play, because there's not many, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, it matches on about 2 minutes. And yeah, Big Josh is Big Joshing. And Danny's tossing him around. Then all of a sudden, Kev walks down the aisle with a crutch.
Yeah.
Because he's hurt, apparently.
I guess.
And then Big Josh looks forward, sees Kevin Sullivan standing there with a crutch, and says, I know what I'll do. I'm going to run against these ropes and turn my back to Kevin Sullivan with a crutch.
Fuck.
It's definitely not something that wouldn't have been the choice I made. Wood for brains. And so he cracks him in the back. Danny wins the match.
Oh.
And I am trying to equate how excited I got when, like, I thought for a moment, like Kevin and Danny would get in the ring and hug it out like we've seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably know some good examples. Like that, I would have popped so hard if they were a reunion and he just kisses Danny on the head and says, come with me, big guy.
Oh, that
like,
been so badass.
I feel like I got teased to that point, and they didn't give me the release I was looking for there.
I'll go further. Imagine that happens, and then Dan and Gang win the tag belts. They just fucking go on a tear with the Steiners. Come on, guys. See, Dusty, if he would have just put the powder down for 2 more seconds, right? He would have went, I got Gang and Dan. Nothing's more evergreen than Gang and Dan with Kevin on the outside. And you know what? Throw other Kevin in there. Just throw Oz in. Just break the fourth wall. Have Kevin be like, welcome to Oz. And then he drops it. They never say it again.
He's an affiliate. Oz is an affiliate. Awesome. It's like it's independent territory of the island of misfit wrestlers. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. If like you were just kind of coming back to watching this after a couple of years, you'd be like, wow, Mike Rotunda looks different.
Yeah, yeah. You'd be like, what happened to Mike Rotunda? Also, clearly, best wishes to him with the news that he's not doing good. So I know that we giggled for like 15 minutes about this bullshit. But anyway, let's get into the top 10 because this is the most mentally ill top 10 ever. And I won't fucking wax on unpoetically, but number 10, Austin. All right, came in. He's got some wins. 9, way under, is One Man Gang. I mean, he fucking definitely needs to be more than 9 because we'll get into some other people. 8's Barry, 7 is Arn, 6 is Sting, 5 is Nikita. They have not wrestled, and Sting, former world champion, Nikita considered better than him right now. Okay. 4, Bobby, can't disagree with that. He's having a great year. 3, El Gigante. Number 2, Muda, who has had all of one match technically under the WCW banner, but he did beat Sting, whatever. And number 1, of course, Lex, because he's U.S. champ. What's going on? What are we doing? And also, El Gigante has done all of 2 moves, and technically it was 1. So.
This top 10 was voted on by the board of directors of WCW and promoters. So if you're asking how did we get here, that's how we got here.
So it's the Lady of the Third Eye. It's the Tribe of No Face.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Look at it like college football, right? Before the college football season releases, they put out a top 25. And then the number 1 team loses 3 games, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you sucked. So we haven't seen the top 10 in a while. Yeah. This is like the preseason top 10. And from here on out, it'll probably make total sense.
I bet we'll see more top 10s. That's the other thing about WCW.
The one thing I noted it in here, and I popped again during the match when it was mentioned, was I love that Nikita Koloff is displayed in kilos.
Oh yes, that's beautiful.
I love that he's the only one who's in kilos. Even like the top 5 is like 2 Americans and 3 people who do wrestle in kilos. Even I think Nikita's one of them, but El Gigante and Muda. Yeah. I just like no. Nikita's like no, fuck your English system of measurements.
Fuck you. We had, speaking of fuck you, Danger Zone live in the ring, and the guest is Jason Hervey. Because we haven't had enough of that motherfucker. And he doesn't take bumps. He's not a manager. He's just Dusty's, as you mentioned. And I actually wrote, not Dusty's lackey, but just straight-laced version, despite that bull drop-in bullshit. Paulie goes into his Piper routine of asking questions, but just interrupting the answers. And then Hervey's all fucking pissed. And then they just start talking about Hervey and Missy's shoot relationship. And I wrote, this feels like another fuel for a deposition down the line, and I can't believe there was a lawsuit. And then it gets worse. Also, Hervey just says straight up, oh, how's it feel that you got beat up by a girl, his girlfriend? So he literally just shit on himself. And then Paul just says, well, she's used up merchandise, buddy. And Hervey gets all fired up. He turns his back. Paulie drills him with the fucking phone. He really hits him really hard. Missy comes to her man's aid. And that was the worst thing that's ever occurred in human history. It sucked. It was fucking terrible, man. It was just like, why are we doing this? This is what I mean by like, there was like this Russo mist in Dusty's fucking peripheral at this time. Like, why are we talking about shit from real life? Jason Hervey's not a wrestler. We're just like, I get he's a celebrity, but like, dude, it was just all very odd.
What match is this leading to?
Oh, actually.
Yeah. Is it actually leading to anything?
Yes, we'll get to that at the very, very end of the show.
The one thing, I don't know if it was the first time I noticed it in this segment, but it stood out in this segment was I loved the old woman in the front row with the American flag.
Oh, yeah.
She and once you see her, you just can't, because it's just like, I don't know the last time I've seen a 70-year-old woman in the front row, camera side at a wrestling show. And this woman's just there with an American flag because
Yeah, motherfucker.
fuck yeah, fuck yeah, America.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who was wrestling, anything like that. Paul E asks Jason, you bought a new car. Oh, you bought a new house. Okay, well, if everything in your life is so new, why is your girlfriend you so much?
Yeah. Wow.
And Jason Hervey gets angry, and all I could think was like Hulk angry. He's like Hervey angry.
Yeah, because he's such a little pipsqueak. Even to
Yeah,
Heyman.
I mean, if they got on each other's shoulders, they're not 7 feet.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And like he said, it's not leading to anything that matters. And speaking of that, we get another Dustin Rhodes Terrence Taylor match, buddy. And this is much of the same fare that we always get between these guys. Dustin Rhodes rules, Terrence Taylor doesn't. But in the middle of this one, Ricky Morton just shows up in the ring. And Dustin's like, what are you doing, man? And Ricky just beats the shit out of him. And we're like, what? And then the worst thing happens. Big Josh does the run in for the save. Fuck you is what I wrote. Fuck Big Josh. All right. I cannot believe he always does the run in. Also, I love that and I can't even explain how little the crowd gave a shit that Ricky Morton turned heel here. They do not care till later.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he turned heel here. It was just that weird thing where Ricky Morton shows up and like things get confusing, and then there's a disqualification and all that, and you're like, oh, Ricky's acting weird. And then later we get the full turn, which is interesting. Yeah. At this point in the show, no match is over 5 minutes.
No, but we're getting to one that is, and it is really good, actually. I really liked Sting and Nikita. This was great because it was Sting in an element that he's almost never in, and that is face in peril. He gets the shit whooped out of him by Nikita Koloff, and Nikita's great at just beating the shit out of him. And it's just kind of this simple match. Sting hits a pile driver. Nikita no-sells it like Hawk, which I loved. And just keeps killing Sting. There's a lot of shit on the outside with the barricade. They kind of like made that a story, how he kept fucking with Sting's ribs in the barricade. There was a fucking badass tombstone on Sting. This was very tombstone heavy, this show as well, I noticed. Undertaker must have just got over really huge or something, because everyone is stealing that.
That was my main takeaway from the match. Before this match, though, there was a coming attractions with Johnny B. Bad. So we got to see that. So we talked last time about like he'd be good to display debut in a video, and they kind of did a video this time.
Finally,
watching Sting and Nikita, I felt like I was watching '87.
Yeah,
like literally, there was a point in the match where I'm like, Nikita's back to his bald self, back to being pretty jacked. Sting's in his surfer makeup still. Like just watching it, I think like Nikita did like a backbreaker to Sting, and I'm like, oh, it just like feels like when we started the show almost, like just that vibe. So that was pretty cool, and I was kind of shocked. Like, okay, in my head, the term Tombstone Piledriver showed up with the Undertaker and was not a move beforehand called the Tombstone. And I was just shocked how much they were calling it the Tombstone, considering Undertaker probably debuted in November. I was shocked that that's the name, guys. We're sticking with that name from WWF of the Tombstone Piledriver for the Undertaker. I was just and like you said, it happens. I think Nikita does 2 of them in a match, and I think Sting does 1.
Yeah,
and I was just shocked that that's what they called it.
There you go, man. Yeah, Undertaker had debuted in November of 90. So that tells you how quick he got fucking over. Because we're in June. And I mean, there is no other explanation, by the way, because we never saw a tombstone before this moment. So I don't know if it was like the tape of WrestleMania that year where he killed fucking Snuka, maybe hit the airwaves a little bit. And because, that's how it was back then. I
mean, 9 months for you to have like that move,
yours,
is crazy.
And they do it like he does, because a lot of people have, like, you know, the guy's body on his shoulder and he does it like Harley Race did, and he doesn't do it like that, and they don't either. So yeah, no, that's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, this match rules. This is great. Just, yeah, Sting and Nikita just feels like one of those things, like, why did this not happen more? You know, like, this should have been a thing for years after this. But Nikita, he's one of those guys throughout history that, you know, not anything wrong. It's not like he had demons, I don't think. It's just, you know, he had a really awful sort of circumstance with the wife and stuff, and he just fell out of the business not long after this, I don't think. But either way, this was great. The next thing is not. And I cannot believe that they finagled Peppa and Spinderella from Salt and Peppa to fucking bring PN out and then, like, glaze him. Just, like, sit there and act like, oh, he's so cool. I did. And Johnny B. Bad interrupts this, thank God, because PN News was going into a god-awful rap that the women had to sell like it was good, and I can't imagine how hard that was for them. Johnny B. Bad comes out, and I'm just saying it, man. It looked like Peppa was giving him the eyes. He comes in, dude, and she's like, ew, like, you're gross. But I don't think she thought he was gross at all. And you know what? Get it. I'm not mad about it. But it was bad.
Hands of a Sable must be a pretty decent looking chap, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, no, yeah, it's I love that. Yeah, okay, so it's Peppa and Cinderella. In my head, I'm just like, JR going in his head, like, why do they call him Salt and Peppa then? But I believe JR, or I think it was Tony, he said, are representatives from the group Salt and Peppa. I was like the representatives from. Yeah, Johnny B. Bad, and I said perfect. Like, it's just like his arrival here was just perfect. And this is when I was like, what is Tony's celebrity meet list? Like, who has Tony worked with?
Yeah.
During his time, like, it's going to be an insane list.
Oh, absolutely. And you think about all those nitros and shit, all those people he met. He has talked about, I've heard before, about meeting Kiss when they were on Nitro and how cool that was, because he's a big Kiss guy. And yeah, I mean, he's met like everybody. Muhammad Ali was in WCW. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, and wrestling got over, so people wanted to be part of it.
But our boy still doesn't have his mustache.
No. His wife said, fuck that mustache, and we all know that Lois rules. The next match made no motherfucking sense because of many reasons. It is a tag team. Loser of the fall leaves WCW. We're not kidding. Pinky swear. Barry Windham and Arn Anderson against Flying Brian and El Gigante, the number 3 man in the company right now, by the way. This is a whole lot of nothing. Barry and Arn just kind of trade off working Brian, so that's cool, except for when they like go, oh right, Gigante's here, let's do something with him, and then it sucks again. So it also is another one. I don't know what Cage Match says. It can't be long. It's got to be like 5 minutes, and if it isn't, I'll be shocked.
It's slightly over 3.
There you go. And so it's like, oh, fucking yeah, cool. Gigante's choking Arn, I think, on the outside. And then somewhere there's a crossbody, something. Barry rolls up Brian, and Brian loses. And he's leaving WCW, wink, wink. I don't know how they got out of this, by the way. Oh, I do remember. Oh, no. I'm going to leave. We're not going to spoiler, but let me just say this is another dusty, what are you doing moment. So there you go. I just, man, every time I see El Gigante, I'm like, how long until he goes to WWF, man? Please tell me not long.
That's the thing coming into this match. You just kind of like, I'm like, you know, looking backward, you go, okay, so Pillman sticks around. Barry could be heading off to the Pokey. Elegante could be heading off to WWF. You know, anything seems reasonable, like kind of except for Pillman. When on the entrance, Pillman and Elegante walking to the ring next to each other.
Yeah.
Pillman could use Elegante for a as a sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Like he could fit inside of him, and like Han Solo in the beginning of Empire, where he's got to slice the tauntaun open. Like, he could do that
Absolutely.
with Elegante. He could survive in the winters of Hoth, in innards of Elegante. That's how small he is compared to him.
Yeah, it's a joke.
And yeah, Brian takes the pin, and I mean, I think even the crowd was just kind of like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What just happened?" Because and this is another example of like the production truck just missing shit.
Yeah.
Because they were focused outside of the ring on Elegante doing something to Arn, I believe.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we go back to the ring and it's like on the 2 count.
Oh fuck.
And then you got to check the replay to see, okay, Barry kicked him in the head, and that's what the hell happened or something. Like, it's so
fucking suck.
You missed it, guys.
Next, it ruled, though. It was the Steiners defending the IWGP tag titles against Hiroshi Hase and Masahiro Chono from New Japan. I thought this was great. It was just everyone fucking stiffing each other. Chono hit his mafia kick, breaks Rick Steiner's headgear with it. And that just sets the tone. And it's like Hase's in there shooting with him because he can. Chono is in there fucking throwing bombs. The only thing that I saw that was even a remote fuck up was Scott slips off the top at one point on a save, and it's kind of goofy, but they immediately go into fucking potatoing each other again. They like fucking go after Rick. There's a dragon suplex in this. And then I really like this about Steiner matches at the time. It's this great match. There's been a million fucking spots and everything. And then like the finish is just Scott pops off a fucking Frankensteiner 1, 2, 3. They really put this over as like a what we would think of now as like a diamond cutter finish, you know? It's like they really sold it like, oh no, when he hits that fucker, you're done. Like, you're done. So that was cool. And then
it's kind of like if you're the only person who can do the move, then then it's an automatic pin for you. Yeah. And the Frankensteiner just it takes your health from 100 to 0.
It was fucking
when Scott hits that on you.
That was a headshot, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where a great match, like you'd expect.
Yeah.
But then like into immediate disappointment for me.
Yes.
Because because the Steiners get jumped by a couple dicks.
Literally. Yeah, this should have been called the dicks. After the match, in come these denim fucking wearing guys, and you're like, all right. And then one of them has like an old like paperboy denim hat. And that's Dick Murdoch. And I'm going, what the fuck are you wearing? And then I realized that it's Dick Slater he's with. And then JR, because, you know, it's WCW. These guys have been the hardliners on every show that you don't watch, that you probably don't have access to. And it's like, oh, great. So we just went from the Steiners rule, they're wrestling all the cool Japanese talent, to old man Dick Murdoch. And I love Dick Murdoch, just like anybody. But 91 Dick Murdoch, I don't remember a whole lot of tales of 91 Dick Murdoch matches. And Dick Slater, he's maybe the most Terry Funk clone guy of all time. Like, to me, it's like, I'd rather have Terry Funk. How about we just get that?
Weren't you two not winning matches 2 years ago?
Yeah.
But now you're in team up to lose
and
more
then it's
matches?
Didn't you like wrestle each other for a while too? It's like, oh my God, Dick and Dick, man. These matches are going to suck. They probably won't be around long enough to have too many, because I don't remember. And this is the most, Dusty bringing his buddy in, 2 buddies, because Dick Slater's a Florida guy. It's like, fucking yikes, man.
Oh, you really got to think, man. Like,
fuck that.
Could you name 5 favorite tag teams right now?
In WCW?
Like, yeah.
No. Steiners. Birds, only because the Steiners beat them for the belts, but they haven't been around.
Yeah, only because you're like, I saw them in 81,
Pistols,
man, and they were good, but now they got a replacement bass player.
Yeah, Young Pistols, when they're on TV. Barry and Arn.
Like we,
That's like it.
gosh, I just feel like they haven't. I've seen them wrestle
Never.
tag team. Like,
I know.
so it's like it's like
terrible.
remember like was like 2 or 3 shows ago for us where it was like, oh, there's like 10 teams that we can make like a tag team, and like now it's like the Steiners and I guess just whoever the new tag team is, you get to go up against them next.
See you later, Navajo Warriors.
Sting and Lex, boom boom. Guys in Japan, boom boom. Couple of dicks,
man.
boom boom.
Yeah, let's go. Couple of dicks for the win. Hey, another dick shows up. DDP with another dick, Diamond Stud. And Diamond Stud kills Tommy Rich here. And man, you hate to see your boy like this, but let's be real. It's time. You know what I mean? It's like Tommy Rich. The last time Tommy Rich was like a top guy in the business was 10 years ago from this point, literally, 1981. So thanks, Tommy. You can keep being a legend in Memphis for a couple more years and just kind of, we're done here. It's not bad, but you know.
Yeah, it's like if you're losing to Tommy Rich, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
What did I do to Dusty? How did I piss him off this time?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to say about it. Like I said, I mean, Scott looks great, and he's got the crucifix bomb at the end. Like, it's dope.
Rules. JR, and this is how I wrote it. I don't know why I wrote it like this. JR is by himself with a mic. And then he says, here's the Sting lookalike winner. And you know what? The kid did look like Sting, actually. I was like, wow, dark hair Sting from years, later. But like, he really kind of did look like Sting. Very interesting. But anyway.
I'm wondering, like, okay, there's 2 things here. One is he a planned winner? But if you had a contest, it feels like you can't do that. But like the mother, no, spoiler alert, the mother jumps over the rail so fast.
Yeah.
And the other thing is they definitely prepped this kid at least.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, think about every other time we've seen Joe Q Public be interviewed by one of the wrestling guys. It's always like, I like turtles. And this kid was like good.
Yeah.
So he was either coached up about what to do or he was a plant. This is my conspiracy theory.
I almost wonder if it was like one of Sting's kids, because the years match, he probably has a kid that would have been around.
You have a kid there, right? And then there's risk of injury with the attack because Sting comes out to greet the winner of the face paint contest because thousands of kids painted their face to look like Sting. So Sting comes out, the kid's psyched. His mannerisms are very expected, I guess you'd say. So Sting comes down, turns his back to the aisle, and then Nikita comes down. We film him from behind. I think he has a chain up in his arm.
Yes, he does. It's awesome.
And
you
so,
see a glimpse of him.
Yeah, and so you flash up. It's just over his shoulder, kind of like Resident Evil. And so it's Nikita, Sting, kid railing. Mm-hmm. And so it just feels like something to have like a random kid there in the potential of danger during this attack.
Right.
Maybe not, but also it's WCW. They don't care about your fucking rules, man.
Oh, it's 91, brother. I mean, I can remember fucking tons of things happening in front of me that today would have been literally a felony. You know what I mean? Like, it was the Wild West back then.
When I was like 6 years old, man, I used to go buy smokes for my sister.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Dude, I was smoking at like 9, and I'm not kidding. I was paid. This is a real story, by the way. I don't even know if my wife knows this, but this will really pop you about what it means when I say I am from Arkansas. So I lived across the street from a chicken house, like a chicken farm. And I was buddies with the guy's grandkids, so I would go over there and hang out. Well, finally he was like, hey, you want to help with the chickens? And I'm like, yeah, that's neat. Well, that quickly became, manual labor, of course. Super illegal child labor, right? So his way of getting out of it, because we're talking about this motherfucker was born in like 29, Why don't I just give you boys a couple Swisher Sweets? Maybe sip a beer. I'm 9 years old and I'm already living like a coal miner's life. Okay. Like I would literally work in the chicken place, but hey, you know what? I know how to fucking work hard, and I also hate smoking, and I don't drink anymore. So it worked out for me. But yeah, so I understand what it means by it was a different era. Back then, man, the least of their worries was maybe you hit that kid. Dusty in the back of his head's like, get some heat. I mean, pay mom like 50 grand. No big deal. We got Turner money. Like
we're already paying her for Rick sexually harassing her.
Yeah, dude, we're already gonna pay Missy $1 million, whatever it is.
We'll throw in an extra $5,000 in case the kid gets injured.
Yeah, we already fucking embarrassed her in front of her little weirdo fucking, I almost said brother. Unfortunately, no. But anyway, we had that, and then we had an ad for the Bruise Cruise. You want to talk about if those walls could talk? The Bruise Cruise, man. Ooh, that is like about to be a true crime documentary on it.
Like, when is that Dark Side of the Ring coming out? Has it been any season yet? No.
Oh man, yeah. My eyes are peeled for the Bruise Cruise fucking documentary to come out very soon. There is no way there weren't felonies committed on that motherfucker. Came, and then I heard the destinations and I went, oh my God. They leave port out of Tampa, Florida. They go to fucking Cayman Islands. They go to Cozumel. They go to Jamaica. And then, there might have been another one in there. I've been to those locations. And let me tell you, man, going out of Tampa, there's no way that ship was like great by any means. Okay. I don't know any real big cruises coming out of Tampa. It's usually like fucking, it's usually Miami actually. But either way, Fort Lauderdale. Lex Luger, Great Muta for the shot, and they put it over as the shot for the world championship at the Great American Bash. Ooh, that's a foreshadow if there's ever been one. We get a glimpse of Bill Kazmaier. We will get a lot of him going forward. World's Strongest Man, whatever. He's got a little Lex shirt on. I thought that was pretty cute. This match, another one again, not given near enough time. I felt like the match was getting pretty good actually. And then the finish happened. And I was just like, okay. Very odd. Almost like a waste of Muta.
I'm wondering, Muta goes flying over the rope, over the ramp onto the ground. And part of me was maybe got injured or something. Because it felt like one match up to that point, and then it like you said, kind of wrapped up really quickly, and it was another one of those kind of production things where, unless my attention span is just that bad, but I feel like Lex gets missed it and did the power bomb, and I feel like I just missed it every single time, like that.
It was weird. No, it was shot very.
And I think they just probably didn't catch on camera again.
Yeah, it was actually a great little deal that I think someone should steal. So Lex blocked the mist with his arms and then hit the power slam for the win. So it was okay, but like you said, it was shot in a way.
Sub 4 minutes.
Sub 4 minutes. That's ridiculous for Luger and Muta. Whether injury or not, it's like, wow, that's fucking crazy. But there you go. Luger's punched his ticket to the main event of the Great American Bash. And, well, we're going to find out not long from now that that's going to be a whole different ball game. And, yeah. So anyway, they have another vignette of coming to a town near you, and they basically showed their hand like WCW always does. Austin already has the TV title and they haven't aired. Cause I remember you and me both going, what, TV champion? Yeah. The reason it said that on Cage Match is because technically in real life, quote unquote, he had already won the belt. And I finally figured out what happens. And we'll talk about it more because it's on the next watch, but they air him beating Bobby for the title on the 29th of June. I believe it's worldwide. So that's where they air it. And I believe the way it seems is Lady Blossom is part of the finish. I think that was her first actual taping. When you were mentioning travel issues and stuff, that must have been like right out of nowhere. He must have been like, hey, Dusty, the wife's good to go. Let's go. Because I bet you're right. I bet it was a visa thing because she was British. And they probably shot it then and for whatever reason hung on to it forever. It's just people, you don't even understand. TV when you were a wrestling fan back in the day was so infuriating. And really until Nitro, it doesn't get better. And even after Nitro, it doesn't get better because you get weird like thunders and shit. But anyway, yeah. Austin's about to be the TV champ. He's about to get a push, so that's neat. And then we get the formal York Foundation segment where we get the debut of suited Richard Morton. And he comes out, and better reaction this time. I guess you were right, because at first I was like, why are we wasting time? We all know he turned heel. Maybe it wasn't as obvious to everyone else that it was to me, but yeah.
You really have to spoon feed it to wrestling fans sometimes.
That's a great point. This is a great angle, though, because then Robert Gibson, with the lines in the side of his head shaved, basically doing the brother, I'm getting ready for the big comeback, Hoot. What are we doing here? And Richard's like, hey, don't beat him up. That ain't part of the contract. And then he just turns around and beats the shit out of him. But he does hit a sweet fucking pile driver on Robert that I was like, whoa, that was cool. And then we finally get a cool run in. Dustin Rhodes ran in, not Big Josh again. So I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Dustin rules.
Of course, Dustin ran in. The York Foundation's involved. The irresistible force and the immovable object. They're polar opposites that are attracted to each other. He can't stay away from Miss Alexandria York.
It's like the most telenovela fucking shit ever, but not good. And then we just sort of go right into it. The main event, Ric Flair, Bobby Eaton, 2 out of 3 falls for the WCW World Heavyweight title. I wrote it down, and maybe it's just me looking into things, but I don't think I am. It looks like Flair's miserable when he walks to the ring. His hair is weird here. It's like he didn't even style it. It definitely seems like he is fucking done with WCW, and it's not long after this that he is done with WCW. So it's just kind of a weird look for him.
Did you understand? Okay, so they had a video of like in an upcoming show. Watch an upcoming show and see what Ric Flair says here. And when Ric Flair, and then like he says something and like he doesn't say words, and like at a later time we have to know what Ric Flair said, right? Is that the idea?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And by the way, the words were just literally at the Great American Bash. It was not a difficult thing to decipher. You don't really.
It wasn't a Rubik's Cube of questioning.
No, the way he enunciated it, he couldn't have been any more like, "Hey, idiot, here's the phrase." Yeah, I do remember that. Well, yeah, that was the Robin Leach thing. Hey, you're Robin Leach. I know that's a terrible fucking accent, but I have to do it. Yeah, that's a good point. Was he disheveled there? I don't know.
Just weird. I don't know.
Fuck, man. It's just, and I even wrote it here. All right, in hindsight, why didn't you just drop the belt to Bobby here? Like, it would have been easier, and then Lex could have still turned heel, kill Bobby, win the belt. Who does that hurt? See, that's where, like, back then, they didn't look at it right. A belt, and this is going to make some people angry, what I'm about to say. Belts are props. We got to get over, like, they're this thing you can't drop. Stop. Don't do that, okay? It's a wrestling championship. And really back then they were bad about it too, where, like, the world championship never fucking moved around. And it was annoying because guys deserved it sometimes that should have got it. I'm not even saying Bobby Eaton necessarily did, but like, you booked this ready to go. 2 out of 3 falls. You could have even had it be a weird DQ schmoz bullshit deal. With that said, this does end up being a very good match. At times great, but it's also very rushed, I feel like, as well.
I mean, they're not changing the world title on a Clash.
I know, that's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? So because also you want Rick with the title on these shows leading up to the pay-per-view on the Great American Bash. Like, I remember it as a child from the touring brand. Yeah. I mean, it's a good match. It's
yeah, really good.
I've grown to appreciate kind of the different flair that Rick brings to each of his opponents and stories. It feels a little out of nowhere. Like, it feels like Beautiful Bobby ends up in a 2 out of 3 pinfalls, like really quickly with Rick.
Right.
Like for it to go to 2 out of 3 pinfalls already just seems like, well, accelerated quickly.
Yeah. Well, and he's also like the world TV champ. He's not really defending the belt much. It's like, okay, well, he's the world TV champ, so we're going to give him a world title match. And it's like, well, I thought that was the U.S. title thing. It's just very murky. And you can just tell Dusty's just throwing shit out there because, you know, he's got everyone, you know, on his ass, which I get. I mean, this was fine, right? Like for a Clash main event, this is great, actually. This is better than what you usually get. But yeah, you know, Bobby hits Alabama Jam, gets the first fall clean right in the middle. I thought, wow, you know what? At least going forward, Bobby Eaton clearly is a threat in any match going forward. So that was smart. I like the 30-second rest period thing. It was very World of Sport in that way. Made it feel roundish. I like that. That's kind of an ode to what Regal does later on. Flair kind of gets really like weird and spastic about losing the fall. So he's kind of fucking up. And then he catches Bobby when he's up top. Fucking he lands funny on his knee. And then that's a count out for the second fall. Ugh. I get it. It's whatever. It sets up to the third fall, which is just Flair on that knee. Just on that knee. Bobby can't fucking stop it. He's in a figure four. He's not giving up. And I do like this, but he passes out from the pain. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, fucking, it works sometimes. I think this time it worked too because everyone saw him take that gross bump to the floor and land on his knee. So I thought this was worked very well. I wish it would have had more time. This is one of the few matches I think that deserved more time. I don't know how long it is. I know it's got to be like sub 20 minutes, right? Like, was it like 19 minutes?
Sub 15.
What?
From here,
That's
it says
insane.
it says 14:26.
Yeah. All right, because the entrance is whatever. Yeah, see, that's crazy. You should have given this an easy 25. And it would have given it like room to breathe because these two guys are the best at that shit. You give them a 30-minute-ish match, 30 minute like window. Fuck. Killing it. Still good here. It's also very anticlimactic where Flair wins and he just like sadly walks to the back. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's just very like, it feels morose. It doesn't feel like this, hey, the Clash, that was a good show. It's like, what is happening in this company?
You would think, modern day, you would think you would have Lex come out, who has earned the chance to challenge at the Bash.
Yeah.
Come out to confront Rick at the end that has some kind of closing message, selling point for the upcoming pay-per-view you want me to buy. It's just, like you said, just kind of Ric Flair limping off backstage.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's just.
There's no and then.
Like eerie, you know? It's like a weird feeling afterwards. And, you know, we know why. Because if we look forward to Great American Bash, just real quick.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's a 2.15 rating.
Oh, yeah. Legendarily bad show. And it's because we start the fucking broadcast of the pay-per-view with beautiful Bobby and PN News against stunning Steve and Terrence Taylor in a scaffold flag tag match. Holy shit. We get a barn burner, Diamond Stud against Z-Man. We get what might be actually decent because of who's involved. Ron Simmons against Oz.
I will say it goes 8 minutes.
Maybe that's not good. This might be.
That would have been like the second longest match in the show we just watched.
Yeah. Richard Morton against Robert Gibson goes 17. I hope that's good, man.
Oh, I guess he always went with his full name anyways, right, Robert? He wasn't like Robbie Gibson. He was Robert.
He was Robert.
It's just funny that Ricky just went by his formal name like Robert's always done, and now he's a heel.
Yeah. A non-title, and I love that they have to put it like that, right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Non-title 6-man tag team elimination match. Dustin Rhodes and the Pistols against the Freebirds. Bad Street, Jimmy, and Michael, of course. That goes 17 minutes. Oh, and then you remember you said, oh man, Brian never left WCW. Well, the Yellow Dog debuts. Don't know who that could ever be. And he wrestles Johnny B. Bad. Fuck me.
See, I think. All right, I mean, do you have any idea why he's called the Yellow Dog?
Yes, it's because that's an old thing Dusty did with Barry Windham in the Florida territory. He lost to Loser Leave Town. Then the Dirty Yellow Dog showed up, and he wrestled just like Barry. It was weird. Yeah, we're doing.
See,
that
I would have
again.
done though. I would have made him like the Bearcat because he was a Cincinnati
Yes.
Bearcat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I would have gave something like a little more wink, wink, nudge, nudge to who it actually is, unless he's seriously trying to go like, no, Brain Pillman? No, I don't know that gentleman.
He's braining, guys. That's what I heard. And then the most on-the-nose match ever booked, a lumberjack match between Big Josh and Black Blood. Black Blood! Oh, man. It's so bad. All right. Well, then easily this has to be the match of the night. Russian chain match, Nikita Koloff against Sting. Doesn't get a lot of time, but those guys surely have a great one. And then,
I'm looking at the Elegante one-man gang match.
Oh, fuck.
It has a 1.08 rating.
Oh, man. The main event, I believe. Yeah, there's no way that the other thing was on TV. WCW World Heavyweight Championship. The belt is not there because Flair's not there. Lex Luger against Barry Windham in a cage. Oh, buddy. But there was a match afterwards, and you keep telling yourself, like, this Paulie Missy shit, where are we going with that? Well, where we were going is a steel cage tag match, Missy Hyatt and Rick Steiner against Arn Anderson and Paulie. And it goes 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Like, that is so... Okay.
Oh, man.
3 things, right? One is, it's fucking wild. You don't find spot for it on the show because you, again, my brain, you've transported a steel cage. You've taken the time to set up a steel cage for a 2-minute match that the paying audience isn't seeing.
Right.
This is what you're telling me. Like, it's just like the money, the financial logic is not there. Nobody went to business.
WCW, man. I mean, that's where we're at. Like, it's about to be just any question you have. It's like the Geek Squad. You know what I mean? Like, they know all the answers because the answer's always like, reset it, restart. That's WCW thinking too. They're like, Jim Herd, it's WCW. They don't know.
I am fascinated to know how much it costs to set up that cage for 2 minutes.
It's a shitty cage, by the way.
Of non-televised action.
Wait, because I remember even way back in the day when I first watched this on whatever DVD it was on that somebody was stupid enough to put it on. And I remember being like, this cage looks like shit. It literally looks like a cage that Ring of Honor would have used in 2003. And that's not a compliment. Like, it looks...
It may have been the cage.
I think it fucking might be. It's in Baltimore, so they probably dug that fucker out of this trash. It's terrible. And that's another thing is I'm like, fuck, you have all this money. You'd rather make the facade for Oz than get a good cage. Then why are we doing a cage match? But anyway, holy shit, we are in the thick of Jim Herd fucking WCW, and that's all we got this week, I believe. I don't think there's anything else to fucking say about this shit show. I'm awful.
Good. I abstain.
Yeah. As usual, Jim is the JIMDB on all the fucking socials because he's a smart man. I am finally Troubles Rests everywhere. So that's finally easy. As the fucking gardening guy outside of my fucking window goes, hey, guess what? You're wrapping up a fucking podcast and you better keep talking, fat boy, because I'm going to fucking be loud right by your window. All right, I think he's gone. Anyway, so with that, go watch some pro wrestling that you haven't fucking tried to watch in a while. because you might just like it. Might be like fucking Dragon Gate. I got somebody on Dragon Gate the other day. That was kind of a cool little experience. Yeah, so, yeah, with that, take it easy, folks.